What's good, everyone? This is the Crypto Captain back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Kaspa and the current price action for Kaspa. So in the last 2 weeks we've seen Kaspa have a rejection from roughly the 0.127 resistance line here, and we're seeing Kaspa consolidate for the time being, and it's going to pull back. It's looking like it's going to hit my level at 9.7 cents. Now, what I think is possible for Kaspa in the short term is Kaspa could find some support here from the previous price action here, and we see chop sideways until there is a large catalyst in the market, such as Bitcoin making a new all-time high and alts therefore pumping slowly to the upside. But I think the main catalyst to look out for this bull cycle is going to be, of course, the altcoin season. And you'll know when the altcoin season truly begins, because all the best altcoins are going to be performing very, very well, with money flowing from Bitcoin profits, from investors who have made profits with Bitcoin, and taking on higher risk, more risk on assets like the altcoins, where a lot of money can be made primarily. So I think when talking about scenarios and what could play out, we could definitely see a possibility of this support line I drew about 2 weeks ago actually holding up for Kaspa. And if this doesn't hold, I think it's very possible as well that here there is major support from this price action we saw at the beginning of May. And it could happen very fast, but the continuation to the upside could still be in effect. Now, for me personally, I think at these support levels, if you're an investor, it could be a good idea to accumulate more on these dips if your long-term prediction for Kaspa is going to be perhaps 75 cents to in the dollars. With the Fibonacci retracement extension tool, it's predicting that a blow-off top for Kaspa from this major move from the 20-cent top we saw last year to the bottom here at about 5.3 cents, it's aiming towards 75-cent blow-off top, which is our next target, logically speaking, and when it comes to trading analysis. So, but in the short term, I think perhaps a pullback to 9 cents if there's not a lot of strong buyers here and retail just keep on holding Kaspa. A pullback to 9 cents perhaps even 7.6 cents. I think that would be a very strong support, and I think it's unlikely that we see a retest of the double bottom we saw from around April. It just seems the probability for it is unlikely because Bitcoin is breaking new all-time highs and it's going to continue forwards, I think. If Bitcoin does pull back heavy, altcoins will be very much affected by it, and we could potentially see a large dip to this support level at 7.6 cents. And for me personally, that's just looking like a great discount as an investor and as a trader. But an investor with a spot bag, this is a great opportunity perhaps to dollar cost average. And in the grand scheme of things, I do see Kaspa potentially going to 50, 70 cents during the altcoin season later this year probably. And if you're buying here at even 8 cents, 7 cents is very similar. The multipliers are very good if that scenario was to play out. And I do think 75 cents is, logically speaking, with the technical analysis, a fair target, and very possible with how Kaspa moves very viciously. When it's doing well, when it's doing good, it moves very vicious. And there's a lot of momentum been seen with Kaspa in the last year or two. So the best thing to do is keep up to date with the short to mid-term action to see how the trends are forming. There is a possibility though we just hold this support and we just continue further. The next target would be 14.5 cents, and definitely 16 cents is a large resistance. But I think all these resistance lines will be broken very easily when altcoin season arrives. That's the major catalyst I'm keeping an eye on for this bull cycle, because when that happens, forget about all these resistance lines. All the money is going to be flowing into altcoins, the best performing ones and the best tech, and that is Kaspa. Kaspa is one of the top contenders, if not the best contender out of all of the top 50 altcoins right now. And I think people will know about it when altcoin season comes, and it'll be too late for them to buy at these discounts when no one's talking about crypto. Retail is not really interested, even though Bitcoin's making new all-time highs. It doesn't seem like people care too much right now because they are too pessimistic that, oh yeah, it's made a new all-time high, but I think it's going to, crash to 70, 60k. There's a lot of pessimism. But for me, what I've seen from my experience, I've got a lot of optimism right now in the market when people do not have that. And that's a very important skill to have, is to ignore the noise and focus on the analysis and what's going on and make your own judgment call. And also listen to what the masses are saying, but contradict that and think for yourself, is that actually a feasible idea that Bitcoin crashes to $60,000 after everything we've seen? I don't think so. I think with global liquidity rising, making a huge new uptrend momentum, there's only good things going to happen. It doesn't seem likely that with global liquidity going higher, that things are just going to start crashing and a bear market starts. All the indicators are showing that we're going to continue up, and when Bitcoin and the top cryptos go on that uptrend, so will the rest of the market. The best cryptos will come too. So it's important just to keep an eye on these support lines. I will be considering to dollar cost average, especially at these levels. I think 9 cents is a great opportunity, in my opinion, not financial advice, to accumulate, because this support line, this price action looks very strong. And from there, if that doesn't hold, we may see 7.6 cents. Now, with the price action getting more interesting and support lines nearly being met with our targets, I'll keep you more informed on what's going on and what I think is the next moves for Kaspa, especially when the market heats up soon, with Bitcoin potentially breaking out and making a big breakout to the 130k level that I was talking about in my previous video. That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll keep you up to date with the latest price action for Kaspa. Thank you for listening. If you've liked the content today, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Peace out.